Hey, everybody. What's up? This is Kezia, the Parents Out the Mud. I'm just doing a test review to see how this is going to work. I got a couple of interviews coming up for everybody. I'm super excited. So, there are a few things that I want to share. I had a really great time at Investfest this weekend. This is year two for me for attending Investfest. And y'all, let me tell y'all, all y'all parentpreneurs out there that want to get out there and expand your business, Investfest and other festivals are like it. That are like it. It's a really good way to expand your business and just grow. So, for those of you that may know, those of you that may not, I am in Hampton Roads, Virginia, and there are a lot of events that happen that go on in Hampton Roads. But sometimes you go to these events and you don't really know what to do when you go to the events. And I just, I got to Georgia on Friday. I'm at the airport now. So I'm at IHOP now, just chilling, waiting for my flight. But um, I had to just really sit. I spent a lot of time sitting and reevaluating my life, reevaluating like my business, reevaluating like my intentions. And y'all, let me tell y'all something. I was fired up when I was in Atlanta. Okay. There's so many ambitious people. People were just out here getting the bag. Like they were hungry. And I know I there was a point in my life where I used to be that way, and I kind of like chilled out after like my last couple of kids. I just was like kind of reserved, and I didn't really go hard, but my fire was lit. Okay, because we're like both as a friend of mine calls me, like people was just like, buy my product, for my business, like, and I feel like I'm not as I used to be. I used to be out here, okay, telling everybody about Action Speak Louder Media, doing interviews at everybody events and everything. And I haven't really done that as much. But my fire was lit this weekend, y'all. But let me just get to it. So let me see. We at 2 minutes, so I ain't gonna hold y'all too long. But there are some three takeaways that I learned this year for InvestFest 2024. And number one is that I learned that I need to take more vacations. Okay, as parents, we take care of everybody. As community leaders, you take care of everybody, and you don't really take care of yourself. So I was fighting to just stay in my room, in my hotel room, and figure out my life. Because sometimes it's just good to like get in a different space, just get out of your city, get of your state, like take a breather. I parent schedule the time, find that time. So even if you got to merge some holidays for your birthday or time when you are closing your time because um, you can be trapped in the cycle of exhaustion. I have been, and I didn't really seize the moment as I wanted to go out there and get business, go out there and tell people about my business because I was just like fighting. Should I relax? Because once I get back home, be a wrap. Like once I get back on home, things that I should have done this weekend. So it's gonna be on my plate. So I thought, like, I was like, okay, so should I sit in my room and just sleep in and relax, or should I go to the relationships? Right? So I think that's the number one thing that I learned that I really need to take time to before I come to an event like this, so that I won't be fighting to decide should I take an extra nap because I don't have any I'm not at home, I don't have a bunch of things to do, or should I look like okay. I struggled a lot this weekend with imposter syndrome, and guys. Yay. Shout out to everybody that did the Nipsey Hustle contest from VA. I'm sure you guys saw it. It was All right, I am back, y'all. Sorry about that. It was a quick interruption of my internet. So, number two, I struggled so much with imposter syndrome this weekend. It was ridiculous. That was another reason why I wanted to stay in my room because I felt like that, I didn't have my pitch together. And y'all, if anybody know me, baby, I can pitch my behind off. That's what I do all day long. But for some reason, this weekend, I just didn't feel like pitching. I felt like that I needed to be offering more things. I'm just like, I don't know. Like, I don't know if I should tell them about my nonprofit. I don't know if I should tell them about my business. I don't know like what I should do. So like the struggle is real when it comes to imposter syndrome. So one of the things is that when you are secure in yourself, when you are secure in like what you're trying to do, when you really spend time with yourself, it actually helps disrupt imposter syndrome. So you know, it's easy to feel like that you don't belong there. Like everybody got a better business than you know, especially when you're juggling like business and family, as a parent, oftentimes we have to choose between the two. Do we focus on, like school activities? Is there a support system, in place where you can have someone fill in for you, for your child or for your business? And so just embrace your journey and be kind to yourself. All right, last one, number three. Number three is being bold. Okay. So when you go to these conferences, when you go into these festivals, okay, and you need to connect with people, basically what you need to do is just jump out there and like say whatever. It's like 1,000 people there. So you literally have to just like see your first person and just talk to them. And then like say that and feel right. Say, you kind of embarrass yourself. Say, you nervous, you feel like you didn't say the right thing. All right, it's 1,000 people there. So what you gotta do? Just go to the next person, you know what I mean? And just always remember that when you go to events like this, it's okay to be shy at first, but just seize the opportunity to just jump out there and connect with them. So I'm gonna give y'all a little trick. I'm gonna give y'all a little tip that I do. Okay. So whenever I go to events, like one of the things that you'll do when you go to my Instagram, and it's Kezia Nicole, Actions Speak Louder. You'll see Parents Out the Mud. That's all my tags on Instagram. So something that I do is when I meet people and I learn about what they do. The first thing I don't do is I don't talk about myself. The first thing I do is I get to know who they are first. So in case they don't align with like what my brand is or what I'm trying to do, like I don't have to be connected to someone that I just it's just it don't fit or whatever. So the first thing you do is you ask them, so what industry are you in, or what what's your business? What now, I don't really like the word what do you do? Like, what do you mean what I do? What I do in the morning, what I do in the night? So I don't really like to say like what do you do? I'm more so like say something like, hey, what industry are you in? What's your background? Things like that. And that will make it easier to like really kind of learn like what it is they do. Like some people, everybody there teach financial literacy. Let me tell y'all something. At Investfest, you meet somebody, oh, what do you do? Teach financial literacy. Oh my gosh, that's such a broad statement. So one of the things that I like to say is, okay, so what's your like what industry are you in? And if they say financial, I was like, oh, okay. I always ask, what got you into that? Like, did you graduate from high school and decide that you wanted to go into the finance industry? What did that journey look like? And so when you hear that, you can kind of get to know, like, okay, is this the person that really is in a financial industry, or is this the person that watched like a Earn Your Leisure YouTube video and like now they're a financial professional? Nothing against those people, but I'm just saying, know the difference, right? And so that's one of the things that I always do. And then after that, like say if it's somebody that I want to connect with, I'll just be like, okay, let's take a picture together and let's connect on your social. Now, one of the things that I ran into a lot is like when you don't know somebody on Instagram and you send them a message, and if they don't respond, like y'all haven't connected, you won't be able to send them another message. That's what happened the last time. It was a lot of like B-list celebrities that I was trying to connect with, but they were like, "Yeah, just send me a message on Instagram." And then you say, "Okay," you connect to their Instagram, and then you send them a message, and you can't even do it because like Instagram has this new filter where it blocks it. So what I did this weekend, okay, because I already knew that was gonna happen. What I did was I basically like while they were there, I messaged them on Instagram, and then I showed them my phone. I was like, "Look, I can't message you because like Instagram has a filter on it." I'm like, they be like, "Oh, okay, no, 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 no. All right, so nah, just because when I take the picture, I'll send them the picture. But like, okay, like I just show them my phone. I was like, okay, look, it's not going through. And they be like, oh yeah, let me add you. So they'll add you, and I was like, make sure you respond so that I can see you this picture. Because once they respond, then you're able to send them a picture. Anyway, so that was what I did this weekend. But yeah, like really go out there and like when you pitch your business, you just never know what opportunity is there. So there's some other areas that at a later date, but that I'd like to share. But those are my three top things. Number one, I learned that I really need to take more vacations, and vacations don't mean going to spend a whole bunch of money. Vacations sometimes just mean just chill out and sleep in. That's the number one thing before you go to these conferences, so you won't be tempted. Or even if you aren't tempted, sometimes we can run ourselves raggedy, like running here, running there, running here, running there, and then when you get home you run here, run there, run here, run there. Like you really need to make sure before you go to these events that you relax and that you take time. Number two, y'all. So number two is imposter syndrome. Don't marry imposter syndrome. Don't take on the fact that you believe that you're not supposed to be there just because you see someone else with a better business, with a better concept, with what I mean. Sometimes we think like, well, I'm not ready yet because I don't have this and I don't have that and I don't have this and I don't have that. Like all of those things went through my brain. But let me tell you something. When I figured out that I needed to snap out of it, and it took me like at least one day to like literally snap out of it. But what I actually, once I snapped out of it, then I went to number three, which is be bold and really jump out there and practice on people. Go ahead and take a leap. Have that one person. You see someone standing there by themselves, or you see a group of people talking, walk up and just kind of listen to the conversation and get in where you fit in, and then practice. And then say if you embarrass yourself because you don't know them people from a can of paint, you probably ain't gonna never see them again. Okay, so go ahead and practice on them. Say what you gotta say, and if you feel like you didn't say the right thing or you said something that was embarrassing or whatever, you just go to the next group of people. Because again, when you go to these conferences, especially as big as Investfest, it was what, 30,000 people there. Listen, I don't even think I did enough networking, okay? But I did quite a few. So if you go to my Instagram, what I'm going to do is I'm going to post all of the pictures that I took with everybody. It was so much fun. And yeah, I will see you guys next time. It's about 15 minutes in. And yeah, the next time that you see me online, I'm going to be doing an interview. One of my first interviews this year with Parents Out the Mud. So we're going to be interviewing different parents and learning how they juggle parenthood and entrepreneurship. Okay, so all my parentpreneurs out there, make sure you guys check in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow, because there's more to come. Peace, y'all.